Hi and welcome to another examples video. So this one is on simple interest. So what you're seeing right now is the formula for simple interest. So I equals P times R divided by 100 times T, or you can put them all over 100. So if we go look at our examples, we need that formula. So we've got our first example says calculate the simple interest earned if the principal is 1,000, the rate is 5% per annum, and the time is 3 years. So what that tells me is the P is 1,000, the R is 5, and my T is 3. So I equals P so need to find it times. Okay, and then we're going to have 5 over 100 and then times 3. Then we simply chuck that in our calculator. So 1,000. When you're putting it in the calculator, one of the things to do is go 1,000 times and in brackets 5 divided by 100. That will give you the best answer. Okay? Okay, and that gives us 150. So that means the interest earned is $150. So we've just answered that question. So it just says calculate the simple interest earned. Alright, so it hasn't said total or anything, just the interest. So if we move on to our next example, it says Alan and Rachel plan to invest some money for their child Kaylin. They invest $4,000 for 30 months in an account that pays 4.5% per annum. So calculate the simple interest and the amount available at the end of the 30 months. So we've got to find the interest and then we've got to find the total, which is just adding the original amount plus the interest. So my P was 4,000. My R was 4.5. And my T says 30 months, but we need that in years. So I'm going to go 30 divided by 12 because there's 12 months in a year. So 30 divided by 12 gives me 2.5 years. So that's my T. So now let's start with our formula. So I equals P times R over 100 times T. Substitute in. So we got 4,000 times 4.5 over 100. And then times 2.5 and put that in your calculator. And then that should get you 450. Okay, so now that you've done that, to get the total, we need to add the original amount, 4,000, plus my interest, which is 450, to get $4,450 available at the end of 30 months. Okay, so it just comes down to making sure you're reading the question properly. Okay, so for our last example, we've got Remy invests $2,500 at 8% per annum simple interest for a period of time and receives $50 interest. For how long in months did she invest the money? Okay, so when you're doing this one, we're coming across a couple of things here that you need to look at. So let's start by writing our P, so which was 2,500. We had a rate of 8 and T is unknown, but we do know that our interest was 50. So we're going to have to do a little bit of solving here. So start by writing out your formula. So this is the easiest way to avoid mistakes as well. Okay, so we're going to write I equals P times R over 100 and then times our T. So my I is 50, my P is 2,500 times 8 over 100 and then times T. So we'll leave it as T. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to simplify this 2,500 times 8 over 100. Okay, so we end up with 50 equals... So 2,500 times 8 divided by 100 gives you 200. Okay, so then now that you've got that, we're going to do some solving because we've still got that times t. So I'm going to divide by 200 on both sides. That gets rid of that there, and we end up with 50 divided by 200 equals 0.25 equals t. Now, that's told us how much of a year, so a quarter of the year. So, to find out what it is, I'm going to go times 12. So, I find out what it is in months. So, 0.25 times 12 gives me 3 months. Okay, so we've now made sure we've answered the question, which was said, for how long in months did she invest the money? 3 months. And that's all. Thank you for watching, and look forward to seeing you back at school soon.